Imagine living a life in which you have everything planned out. You know what's going to happen in the next couple of years. You know what the envision of the future would be in the next 5 to 10 years. And you have all of things laid out. Then all of a sudden, one day, something happened. You know, a surprise happened to you. And it was not planned. It was not in the pipeline. It's not something that you even envisioned. And you started to question or even doubt yourself if what you're doing is the right thing. Now, many people go through this journey of planning things. That's something that I have gone through as well. And we begin to question what is it that's not working that put us in a state in which everything is not doing well. I realized that in life, there is always surprises. And tonight, I'm going to teach you something that would really allow you to reflect on where you're at right now. And this is connected towards the class of Master Coach A from January, which he talks about beyond the grind, mastering the art of hustle, double down month. And of course, you're welcoming you here at Life Coach Corner, and welcome to Life Coach Philippines International. This is a community service of Life Coach Philippines International, and our mission is to be able to help kindle awareness and foster appreciation and the past toolkits and modalities of life coaching. And what we're sharing with you are toolkits that you can utilize for your client, especially if your client is going through some life surprises currently going through some extremities. Maybe they're not ready for such change in their life, and it's something that's really just not allowing them to be able to live a fulfilled life. So if you have friends and loved ones in there, come, yeah, have them join in. Well, I'm gonna talk about dealing with life surprises so that you can manage it and you can start still having that energy and that inspiration for you to continue on rather than thinking about and questioning all of the what ifs, right? Sometimes we get to question a lot of the what ifs and we're not really to enjoy the present moment. So please tag your friends in there, circulate this video, let's have a conversation, and let's talk about life surprises. So I remember when back then I had this health scare. One of the things that I've been doing for the past 15 years that I've worked in the BPO industry. So that back then was a booming industry. It was a booming industry. It was fresh, high salary. And I told myself I want to get promoted after 2 to 3 years. So being me, still young, I have still the energy and so on. I said, okay, move forward. Got promoted, started work as my career in the BPO industry, transitioned to workforce management. Then every 2 to 3 years, I told myself I want to get promoted. So in the call center industry, even at any industry whatsoever, one of the things that we need in there is to ensure that we have food fast, right? Fast food, that's what we needed because of the volatility and the complexity of the business, and you constantly are in need of you being there. Then what happens is we would eat at carinderias, we would order fast food, and we would do all of these things, and we will have this addiction as well with alcohol, fatty foods, and all of these different things because it's a stressful environment. So I told myself, I'm still young, things are going out well and nothing will happen, right? Because you're still young, you're still full of energy. And one day in my life, and I didn't plan for it, I didn't take a look at it, eventually I got sick. One of the things that we have as a pass on to the generations by my parents is the diabetes. And diabetes is also connected to high blood. Now, high blood is something that we experience. All of us experience because of cultural norms, right? Something that's available because we eat fatty foods, salty foods, sweet foods, and all of these different things. But during the time in which I was not feeling well, I feel groggy, I feel sluggish. I feel that I wasn't confident enough to do the things that I want to do because I was gaining weight. During the time in which you feel that you are getting the promotion, you're getting the status, you're getting the money that you have, but there's still something in you that's not working well, which is how you feel and how you think about yourself. And I told myself that I needed to change because my weight was not supporting me no anymore. The way that I feel about myself is not helping me anymore. The way that I'm seeing myself is not supporting my goals anymore. So I told myself I wanted to change and I wanted to see something different in myself. And that's during the time in which I started to make a shift on the things that I eat. I started to identify what is it that I was eating that's not helping me out from, you know, juices that you can clearly just mix around from eating, soft drinks, from eating fatty foods, and all of these good things, right? And call it good things because it kind of helps you out during stressful moments, but it's not helping you out as you go along. Now, what I'm going to speak to you is related toward the live that Masakochi has that last January, and she talks about plot twist. Now, plot twist are situations in which there are sudden turn of events in your life. Either it can be positive or negative. Right? For most of them than not, we take a look at plot twist as a negative connotation towards what's going on in our life. But back then that was my mindset as well. But then I became a life coach back in 2018. I told myself that there are some plot twists in my life that made us or put us in a stage in which we would decide to do or respond better. And plot twists can go on you know, different aspect of your life. It can be in your career, right? Take a look at your career right now. Where are you at right now? There are some people who's gone through career changes because they had not planned for it, right? It's a life surprise for them because their company might have been acquired. Their job is not required right now, so they've been redundated and all of these different things. So you begin to question yourself, is this right for me? Is this something that, am I doing something wrong? And you begin to question yourself rather than thinking about this plot twist in a positive way. So, how about your health, for example? Similar to my story, in which I had a health scare back then because of the food that I was eating. I thought I was Superman and I can do all of these different things, only to find out that hey, my energy levels and my health was declining because of the food choices that I have, and even the kind of relationship that I was keeping. Because, stressful times, right? What we do in the BPO industry, and it's common, right? For other companies, you would go to pubs, you would go to a drinking spot, and you would say, "Oh, let's take two bottles done, 2 bottles done, then we go home." But of course, after 2 bottles, that's for unlimited already up until you get drunk, because it's an opportunity for you to release some of the pressures and stress. But we know that drinking triggers eating, and sometimes eating triggers drinking. So it's a kind of both a not good way for us to be able to manage our stress. And plot twists happen to us. One of the things that Master Kochi has shared as far as financial windfall is concerned, she shares about positive things when you earn money. Maybe you've been given a gift, but what if suddenly there is a financial struggle in your life because someone got sick? Or maybe you got the scam somewhere, your money was gone and you don't know what happened. Or maybe you've invested in a business and you thought that everything was going to go out well, and suddenly it didn't do well. So that is a life surprise, especially we're not planning for it. And it's something that we really need to start taking a look at, because we have a lot of people, I'm not exempted. Maybe you have some clients in there that's going through some tough times and journey, and they don't really know what's ahead for them because they kind of laid out everything in their path, not really knowing or planning that there will be a surprise for them. Can be a bad surprise or a good surprise, really depending on you, right? Really depending on how we see things. But I've realized that life surprises, if you take a look at it from a different perspective or a 30,000 foot view, like what Master Coach is teaching us, it makes your life well better. And we know that there is a solution to whatever problem or whatever experience that we have in the present moment. So thank you everyone for joining. I'd just like to acknowledge everyone's joining. Jeff, thank you for joining us. Maraming salamat. You also have Master Coach Jasmine. Thank you. Coach C, hello Coach C. Good to know that you're okay. Get well soon. Coach Nords, and we also have Coach Candy, Coach Jean. Maraming salamat. And thank you for that, tagging your friends in there in the comment section or sharing this video to other people. Let's have a conversation here, because I feel that this conversation is seldom really talked about in detail on how the life surprises is affecting out. So how many life surprises that you have? Can you think of one thing? Maybe in the areas of your family dynamics. Maybe there's a shift in your family dynamics. Maybe someone left, someone went home already, or someone was added. Maybe it's because of your friendship evolution. Maybe you have some, enemies in there that was converted into your friends. Sometimes we have some enemies that eventually, we kind of were able to deal with the conversation, especially with the top talks, and we figure out, hey, there's something common in us. We just didn't seem to see things eye to eye. That's why there's a conflict. and you started to rekindle that kind of relationship. Or maybe you have some unforeseen achievements in there. Maybe you got promoted, right? It wasn't planned out, but you didn't want to get promoted in the first place. You were okay. I don't want to move out because I'm okay here. I'm able to fulfill these things. But suddenly there's a change in you. Or maybe there's a personal revelation that you kind of figure something out about yourself, or maybe someone in your family figure out something with themselves and you kind of were very surprised about it, like, what? I didn't know that you were like that. So all of the surprises can sometimes cripple us from living the life that we have. It can sometimes be supported for us to be able to do something good or do something great, or it can lead us to a situation in which we're not appreciative of the things that we're doing. Now, Master Coach A shared in our video in our live, and you wanna take a look at this, just search plot twist here in Life Coach Philippines International, and go to that video and go into detail. But what she talks about, if we want to understand plot twist, and I'm calling it life surprises, is we need to understand the three C's. And three C's talks about clarity, certainty, and commitment. Now, clarity is understanding what the life surprise is. Like what really surprises? Is it this? What surprises us is because we didn't know? Is it a surprise because it's something that we kind of have an idea, but we're still surprised about it? Or is it a surprise because we didn't really had any idea of what's going on? Now, surprises can be a negative thing, right? Because you have certain expectations that you want, and so all of the sudden it didn't materialize, right? So you feel bad about yourself because you should have planned for this already, right? You should have seen this. You should have seen this coming, or maybe someone have shared this with you, but you ignored them. That that's not gonna happen. I have everything laid out already. Everything's here. Everything's there. And whatever happens, I'm covered. But surprise, you're not covered, and it can make us feel that we're not sufficient, or we're not enough, and we would feel that maybe you question yourself, that is this really something for me, or should I just revert towards what I was doing before, or should I continue on pressing on so that I fulfill one of the things that I wanted to do in my life. So clarity puts us in a space in which there is certainty and also uncertainty. Because in life, we know that we also want to live in an uncertain and certain world. What does that mean? Sometimes we also want to have the feeling of in control, and sometimes we also want to be in a space in which there is a space in which we don't know. We have an unknown. So kind of an excitement in there. But at the end of the day, one of the biggest stressor that everyone goes through in their life is their inability to feel in control. And feeling in control can sometimes be detrimental to any relationship and even in their career. They would make bad decisions rather than pausing and stopping to make an assessment of where they are. So what I'm going to share to you is a activity, a toolkit that you can utilize as you transition and understand what's changing in your life, these life surprises. Because life surprises will happen. Whatever, even if you plan everything out, I tell you, there will be there a surprise that will be put into you. So take a look at the areas of your life that was just shared a while ago. And again, if you want to go into detail, please watch the videos of Master Coach A from the plot twist in this page. Take a look at the life area that you have, and specific to your career, for example. Do you have a certain career change because of what went on with you? You know, and identify that career change, or maybe you got during the pandemic, there were a lot of people that were released because there's a lot of work, right? And even today, you've seen IT companies, you have technology companies, you see big companies that are releasing people, right? They're releasing people, they're redundating people, and people are losing jobs. So I identify it if that is something that's happened to you. Is that change bad, or is that change self-initiated? At times we would feel that we were redundated because we feel that it's happened to us. It's not my fault. I've been doing all of these different things for me to be able to to be significant. But is there really something in there that we might have not done, right? For us to continue on with the work that we have. Same with our business, right? Sometimes our business didn't go as planned. We've lost money, we've lost partners, we've lost friends, and we begin to question ourselves, oh no, it's the fault of my friend, rather than really taking a look at, okay, what didn't I do to put me in this space? What's the blind spot that I had that put me in this kind of state? So at least it puts again the accountability in you and trying to understand, okay, what is it that I was in control? Master Coach A talks about locus of control, and it's something that when you understand, you know that, hey, this is something that I have control over, but this I don't have control over this, but I need help. If I can get help, I can kind of have this feeling of control, but of course you cannot control your environment or other people. What you only can control is yourself. So life surprises puts you in a state that you are in control of how you're responding to it. So when you understand the situation and the change, then you can start describing what the change is, what the change means, what the surprise means to you, what the surprise means to your future, what the surprise means for the next generation, and the surprise means for your mission, your passion, and your vision for the future. Thank you, Coach Tinden, for joining. Thanks, Janelle, for joining. Thank you for tagging your friends in there. And when you start really clarifying all of these things, and we have a lot of life surprises. I have a lot of those from my relationship, from my health, from being a parent, from being a husband, from my work, from my career, from my business, all of these different things. So sometimes we begin to doubt ourselves if what we're doing still matter. But when you start doubting, start taking a look at the positive outcomes. Identify anything that's good that's happened to you. Because eventually it can lead to something that you feel that's kind of negative when you put an effort to take a look at the positive things. I tell you, you would start taking a picture of what you've learned so that you can utilize that as a feedback for you to be of value and do or become a better person. So for me, that's what life surprises is. It gives you clarity on the decisions that you make, the relations that you keep, the mindset that you have, and even the values that you hold on to. Because at times we hold on to a lot of different things, thinking that everything of those is yours, right? Think about that. But there is success in subtraction. If you remove some of the things that's not working for you, if you remove the things that's no longer serving you, if you remove the things that is no longer of value to your present and your future, then life becomes better. And life surprises become more manageable. And life surprises become more of an exciting journey of understanding more about who you are. And if you are in a state in which you want to learn how to, you can start reducing some of the things that you want or that you have in your life, and maybe just declutter, make you feel much better. I'd like to invite you to join us. The community manager of Be Learning Society, and Be Learning Society is the 10th maker of the Be Learning Homes for Mental Fitness. And if you wanna, the Be Learning Society is a passion project of Master Coach A, and what she's building is a mental health facility to help people be mentally fit. Because when you're mentally fit, then you're focused towards what is working and you are working towards what's not working to have the necessary tools and skills and people around you to support you in your journey. Because you don't need to journey alone. There's a science research in which being alone is not good for your mind. So maybe you've been looking for that space, right? Maybe you've experienced life surprises with your friends and eventually you don't have any more friends that you trust. Maybe you're like me who has been searching for that and still looking for that. I found my good space or my safe space at Decap Coffee Republic, and maybe in the vicinity. Decap Coffee Republic is located at Pioneer Sanitary Compound along Pioneer Road, corner Brixton here in the United Streets in Capitolio, Pasig City. If that's something that you're looking for, a safe space for you to be able to, see things from a different perspective, welcome these life surprises in your life, and finally start living the life that you deserve, I would like to invite you to join us. It's open from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. I'm gonna be there later. So if you're interested, Master Coach A will have a mental health talk in there later, and she's gonna talk about something valuable, especially if Maybe you're someone who's people pleasing, and if you want to transition that towards an experience where you don't people please, right? That you want to be able to a space in which you understand how people pleasing is affecting the way that you see other people and we see yourself, then it makes your journey far better because you feel better about yourself and you're now no longer putting the blame in yourself and your other people as well, and you're taking about accountability towards what will serve you and what will not serve you. So later, Master Coach A will talk about 4 cups, so community conversation on mental health, and she's going to talk about, or she's going to teach you, learn what one telltale sign of please and appease response, and discover 2 strategies to get out of it. So if you want to know more about that, visit us. And afterwards, have a meaningful conversation or a meaningful moment with us as we sing at 9 p.m. for open mic. I'm super excited later. So if you want to know more about how you can make that connection and finally be in the safe space where you feel at home, drop by at the Cup Republic. Okay? I support individuals who are going through life transitions in the areas of their health, wealth, and relationship. Maybe you're going through that and you don't know what to do next. You kind of are trying to find out a person that would really believe in you or really hear you. Let's have a conversation. You know, I'm go- we're gonna go through a journey of finally you giving permission for yourself. If it's something that you want to acquire, you want to experience, you want to live the life that gives you joy and peace. I tell you, life coaching has allowed me to do that. Life is tough. But when you are with people who are there because they celebrate your life but don't tolerate the things that you do, it be, life becomes lighter. Things becomes lighter. You are more looking forward for the future. You appreciate more what the present is, and that's a journey that I went in through. It's not easy, at times celebrating life surprises because at times surprises are not so good. But when we start to really put ourselves in the present moment and have clarity of what's going on in our life and having clarity of why it's happening in the first place, we are more appreciative of our strengths and we acknowledge our weaknesses. And we are now ready to find people that can help us develop, the strengths that we have and fill those weaknesses that we have. Because at the end of the day, we're not here in this world to be alone. Our world is a wonderful place for us to be able to enjoy. And enjoying it means that there needs to be someone in there that celebrates us, but don't tolerate us. Thank you for your interest in joining us here. I would like to invite you for our face-to-face community events at Big Cup Republic, including Purposeful Sunday, Parenting Monday, Kapihan Nights on a Tuesday. It's back, by the way. So last Tuesday, Master Coach A talked about Kapihan Night. So have a conversation with us every Tuesday. Habits on Wednesday, Prayer Night on Thursday. If you want something to pray over, and I tell you, it's a freeing feeling, being able to pray because you want to stay connected with God. That is something that is I highly recommend you attend every Thursday. And have Saturday open mic with Coach Orbel. That's going to be later. And again, 7 p.m. It's going to be later. The mental health talk with Master Coach A. All right. So Life Coach Corner, we do this every single day at 7 p.m. So tune in tomorrow for another episode. Coach Orbel will talk about warning, feeling stuck. And if you want to know more about what we do as a life coach, or maybe you want to be part of the life coaching profession, and if you have the heart to serve and help other people, connect with Master Coach A at connect@mastercoacha.com. If you're looking for classes and services, just send her a private message. Of course, share what you've learned today and tag us here so that we can engage with you. We look forward to seeing you in the future. If you are in the space, again, come and drop by here at the Cup Republic, and let's have a meaningful conversation. We welcome you at home, and we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. And this is us in the Philippines. Love, bam, boom. I'll see you soon at the Cup Republic. Bye bye. Have a great night.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.